Okay, if you are in SketchUp and you cannot get a shape to push pull or add materials and you don't understand why, this video is for you. So let's say I'm creating a more complex shape. For this assignment, we are tracing the footprints, building footprints of our school. So this is the auditorium, which is a little bit of a funny shape. And one tip I recommend is when you're creating, when you want to be more precise, zoom in as much as you can. So we're tracing around, and then we go, and we think we're about to close this shape. And it looks like it's a closed shape, but we come here and we try to use our push-pull to pull it up, and you'll see that it comes up with that little like X, you can't do this, right next to the push-pull icon, and I'm pulling, nothing's happening, or I try to fill it with a material and I can't, right? The same little no, you can't do this thing happens when I try to fill it. Two things might have happened. One is that you might have a gap somewhere, right? It has to be a completely closed shape in order to pull it or to add a material. So like one of your corners might not be closed. The more common thing that happens is that since we're working in 3D, sometimes we accidentally go in the wrong plane. So see how this went up, right? We are no longer dealing with a flat shape, so SketchUp can't pull this up because it's not flat. It can't add a material because it's not flat. We have to create a completely closed flat surface to do either of those things. So to fix this, I would go over to this eraser tool and erase the lines that are in 3D, and you're going to need to use to orbit around to make sure you get all of them. Remember, this is our orbit. You can also hit O on your keyboard and get all of the lines that went in the wrong dimension. And then you can go back to your pencil tool, your line tool, and continue your shape. I'm actually going to delete this one too because it was a little off. Okay, so then come back, and again, what I recommend is zooming in as much as you can to get as precise as you can. And you'll see when you have closed a shape and it is flat, it will turn white. Sometimes gray, but usually white. Okay, and so now you have a closed shape. You can use your push-pull to pull up. You can fill it with some material, and you're good to go. Now, if the other thing happened where you have a gap, I'm just gonna do these. Where you have a gap somewhere and you can't figure out where the gap is, it's honestly very hard to find the gap, and I would just recommend starting your shape over and just making sure that you're being really intentional with keeping your mouse connecting each of the lines. So just trying to do one continuous line, click, let go, click, let go, click, let go, okay, to create your closed shape. And then hopefully it will be completely closed and you can add all of the things you need to add.